October is not even halfway over, and the surprises just keep on coming for both the Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump campaigns. Joining me right now is former governor of Michigan and senior advisor for the Hillary Clinton super PAC, Correct the Record, Jennifer Granholm, joining us right now. Governor, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
You bet, Maria. Glad to be on.
What's your reaction to this WikiLeaks dump yesterday?
I think that people ought to be taking this really seriously. What the U.S. government said was that the Russians were hacking. That hack has resulted in WikiLeaks release. We know that Julian Assange is in charge of WikiLeaks. We know that Julian Assange is against Hillary Clinton and wants Donald Trump to be president. We know the Russians want Donald Trump to be president. So the fact that another government is hacking for the purpose of influencing U.S. elections should cause people's hair to stand on end. The contents of this stuff is relatively benign. But the point is that they are using this strategically, and Donald Trump has become an unwitting or perhaps a witting agent of the Russian Federation. Last night, he talked at his rally about one of these leaked documents. Turns out, according to Newsweek, last night posted that Kirk Eichenwald, who is a reporter with Newsweek, was furious that in that leaked group of documents was an email supposedly from Sidney Blumenthal, but was really Kirk Eichenwald's words. In other words, the emails had been manipulated in these leaks to make the Clinton team look bad.
I don't know about that.
Bottom line is Donald Trump is using that for the purpose of gaining an advantage.
Well, look, of course you're going to use whatever you can use out there, but the truth is when you look at the contents of it, Governor, Hillary Clinton's campaign compiled a massive hit list file on her opponent, Bernie Sanders, calling into question his progressive bona fides on issues ranging from labor to guns to Wall Street, according to this new trove of emails. So the bottom line is you could talk about how it got there and who's behind it, but when you actually read the content, it shows that they were trying to take down Bernie Sanders in any way, and it just reiterates this idea that Hillary Clinton cannot be trusted.
Oh, that is such... Maria, every single campaign, including Bernie Sanders' campaign, including Donald Trump's campaign, does opposition research on your opponents. It happens all the time. You do opposition research on yourself. The question is, none of that stuff was used.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
The Clinton team was very respectful of Bernie Sanders. And it turned out the way it did.
Well, they also questioned his religion. Come on. They questioned his religion. They wanted that to...
But those documents are leaked documents. Those are not documents that were used in the campaign. So you do opposition research, and you choose to use what you find strategically. They didn't use that stuff. So, to be fair, these documents are being released because the Russian government wants Donald Trump, their agent, to be president.
Well,
and they
we don't really know that Russia's behind this, though. We don't really know that. That's what the campaign is saying.
No. The U.S. government last week, in an unprecedented announcement, said beyond a shadow of a doubt, the Russians are hacking into all sorts of documents to influence this election, and WikiLeaks is the vehicle through which these leaks appear. So this is the Russians using these documents to affect the outcome of this eleation. That
we just saw the email exchange, and WikiLeaks is pushing back on that notion. And they're saying absolutely not. We are not. WikiLeaks is very specifically outlined of who they are. They sent the link to Brian Fallon. And so, again, we don't necessarily know that Russia is behind this. A lot of people say maybe it's somebody else in the Democratic Party. Maybe it's Bernie Sanders.
No. This is, who is Julian Assange? Started WikiLeaks. Where is Julian Assange? He's got very close ties to the Russians. This is not speculation, Maria. This is real, that the Russians are influencing this because they want Donald Trump. Why do they want Donald Trump? Because, as we know, he has put forth policies that are very supportive of Putin. He has said things that are supportive of Putin.
What is his policy supportive of Putin? What is the policy that you're referring to that's supportive of Putin?
Okay, his team removed from the RNC platform a long-standing effort to try to support the Ukraine if, in fact, they were encroached upon. He believes that Putin and Assad should be let to go, even, in fact, when we see that there's this massive civil war happening, so that so that his tool, which is Assad, can have full reign over Syria. And he made that clear in the debate on Tuesday.
I don't know about that. That's very creative.
No,
let me ask you about this.
No, it's not creative. It's